We all know the New York Jets are looking for at least one quarterback this offseason. NFL insider Connor Hughes explained that the Jets are actually looking for two. Boy Green Daily starts now.
I'm going to lose my gosh darn bananas. Boy Green Daily starts now. Zoinks!
Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Let's go!
Put your seatbelts on. Get ready for the ride. We're the freaking New York Jets. We're built for this shit.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Paul Eston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to Boy Green Daily. This is a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your podcasts. And we have plenty of other shows on this network, and everything is New York Jets related, baby. We have a daily Jets video show, 7:30. Aye-ya. We have Tuesdays, Thursdays, Boy Green meets Woody. Aye-ya. That's at 3 o'clock, by the way, so we'll have another episode of that later today. We also do our live watch parties and play-by-play analysis. Aye-ya. Post-game shows. Aye-ya. Pre-game shows. Aye-ya. We're chock full, baby. It is absolutely spectacular. So hopefully you guys can be a part of it. If you're jumping on here on YouTube, hit that like button. That's a free way to contribute to the program. We stream live every single morning on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. You can catch the replay here on YouTube or the audio-only version. I appreciate wherever you consume the show. YouTube is the most optimal place to hop on the train. Now let's get into this. We have Connor Hughes' full column down in the YouTube description down below. And again, as Connor Hughes wrote in the piece, of course, the Jets are looking for at least one new quarterback, as the whole Justin Fields experiment was a big and utter failure. But he says that we should be looking for two. And I'll be honest here. So at the beginning of this process, of course, Tyrod Taylor, when he first signed with the Jets 2 years ago, or a year and a half ago, rather, he signed a 2-year deal for $12 million. So the Jets had him under contract to be backup and then to be here another year. And smart decision-making, conversation, contract, all that jazz with the Jets. At the beginning of this year, I'm like, well, Tyrod's definitely gone after this year. Like, he's old and and he's injury prone. Then in the middle of the year, well, later than the middle of the year, he takes over for Justin Fields and shows some chutzpah, shows some toughness, shows some underrated speed, gives pass catchers on the New York Jets a chance. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe he can be the bridge next season. Maybe he can be part of the solution. Like, Tyrod's been halfway decent here. Like, he's not going to the Hall of Fame, but he could be the guy, baby. But you see the higher register, the voice, the octaves are rising a little bit. Because in the back of my mind, my fear with that, and even when I openly entertained that here on the show over the last couple weeks, and maybe he could be the guy, my fear was the boogeyman in the closet. My fear was the boogeyman under the bed. And that is the injury bug. And the injury bug has been real. Punctured lung, hamstrings, wrists, concussions, broken ribs. I mean, off-season knee surgery this year. There's just one injury after another injury after another injury. And they've been piling up. And they've reared their ugly head. And now he has a groin. That's the latest thing that Tyrod's deal with. And his status for this week against the Jacksonville Jaguars is uncertain. So we'll see what is potentially in store here from that perspective, if he's even healthy enough to go this week. So I agree with Connor Hughes. Of course, the Jets are looking for one quarterback, but they're looking for two. Tyrod Taylor is unreliable. I like Tyrod. He's a nice guy, from all I can tell. I've only barely met him a handful of times. I can't say I've had any deep, thought-provoking conversations with Tyrod Taylor, so I don't know him intimately well. But I think it is time to say sayonara here to old Tyrod. I think it is. Again, the only situation, because you can never say never, right? Anything can happen. The only slightly, maybe, possibly, if I'm leaving the door ajar, is if the Jets roll out a 3-quarterback rotation. And it goes as follows. So, first off, with the number, in the first round, if the Jets go with a rookie quarterback like, let's say, Fernando Mendoza. So if you had a rookie quarterback, there's one, and then you had a veteran. I don't know. Apparently, the sexy name of recent lore is Marcus Mariota. Okay, let's say you have him. And then you have a Tyrod Taylor. All right. Well, now it's not Tyrod Taylor injury and you immediately go to the rookie. There's another veteran there that they're all competing against each other. That's a bit more palatable. A bit more. Or if there's some other random veteran, it doesn't have to be Marcus. It could be somebody else. And I'm sure we're going to Jimmy Garoppolo. God forbid. I don't know. We'll go through all the names, I'm sure, this offseason, talk about a variety of names that the Jets could explore as bridge options. But if you have two bridges, Tyrod being one of them, he's going to be dirt cheap. And then you bring another one in. Tyrod not being by himself isn't as fearful. You're like, oh, okay, all right. There's another guy there. But if it's just Tyrod, Shark Tank style, for those reasons, I'm out. Durability concerns. That's the number one concern. And your best ability is availability. Tyrod's best ability is not availability, as we've seen throughout his career. So unfortunately, he seems, like I said, like a good guy in the locker room. There was a recent story going into this Dolphins game that Tyrod Taylor and his veteran leadership has been an important thing in the locker room, and people have been, going to him for advice and insights, and all that sounds wonderful. That all sounds like a real hoot. But, you got to be able to play when your name is called and your number is called. And Tyrod has had a few fleeting moments this season. But the combo platter is just underwhelming at this point. Let's go to some of your comments here. Taylor Sterling, Tyrod Fields and a rookie. Ugh. I don't love that. I don't love, running it back. I don't. I don't at all. I don't mind sticking TNT in the room and blowing the whole thing up. Like if you want Brady Cook in there, at this moment, we'll see what the young kid has. I don't think he makes a 53-man roster at this point. He's done nothing to prove that. And I'm talking about moving forward, 2026. I'm not talking about now. Let's see what the kid has the rest of the way. But if you have, that would be the only other guy who's coming back in my mind. I'm not bringing back Justin Fields. Absolutely not. Tyrod, again, only in a scenario where I like the other bridge, or else he's gone too. So that's where I'm at from that perspective. And this could be true. Let's go to Jets Pro 100, a.k.a. our boy Jay Klein. He says Tyrod being the bridge is better than any other option on the free agent market. That could be totally possible. When you look at the names, they're very underwhelming. He could be, just from a play standpoint, he could be one of the better options that exist. But again, that durability would almost make me want to take a slightly lesser guy if I knew he had a healthier track record. That would be part of the ethos for me in the decision-making process. And, of course, you can never rule out a potential trade. I'm not saying giving up a first-round pick or a second-round pick or a third-round pick, but if there was a day 3 pick that could be flipped for Jameis Winston, I don't even know who else. Again, we'll have to explore more names. But if there's some decent bridge out there that you could acquire via trade, I mean, my preferred strategy would be not giving up an asset in any move in history. I don't want to give up picks and light them on fire. But if you get a good return, maybe. But Jets Pro, you make a good point. Tyrod could be the best of the bunch, and there's not a lot of great options out there. Let's go to our guy, Dave Briga, One Punch Briga. There's an old football proverb. If you have two quarterbacks, you have none. Mariota seems feasible, not Tyrod Taylor, another, and the developing rookie. Yeah, I would have 3 in the room, maybe 4 for camp. Yeah. Alon says, Jalen Hurts was total dog shit last night. Makes my hopes for Tanner McKee go by the wayside. I don't know if it does. So let me see. The only thing I wanted to double check on old Tanner McKee was I just want to take a gander at that contract he has. Yeah, so it looks like Alon was right, and I'm sure he loves being right. I just wanted to see if he only had that last year on his deal coming up in 2026. But here's the thing. I don't think it's over because, Tanner has to choose to re-sign. It looks like his contract goes through 2026. He is the young quarterback on the Eagles that overcame cancer. It's a really impressive story. The Athletic did a big piece on him during the offseason saying he's a future starting quarterback in the National Football League. You guys should definitely check that out. That's another option. Again, we're talking about potential options here that could exist out in the universe. He's supposed to be a free agent in 2027, so he's got one more year left on his deal. His base salary is $1.1 million for next year. He's making nothing money. But if the Eagles, I guess they could get a comp pick in the future, depending on, again, comp picks are difficult to project. But that could be possible. Yeah, Jalen Hurts somehow had 5 turnovers last night. He had 2 turnovers on one play. He threw a pick. The guy who intercepted the ball fumbled. Jalen Hurts recovered it, and then Jalen Hurts fumbled it. That was one of the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. Sorry for anyone who had Jalen Hurts in fantasy. Whew, thank God. In one of our leagues that we do, I have Jalen Hurts, and he's been pretty good all year. And someone dropped Dak Prescott in one of our leagues, and I'm like, man, Dak should not be available. I'll pick him up. I'm good at quarterback, but I'll pick him up. And then this week, I'm just like, I have a weird feeling. I'm like, you know what? Jalen's been awesome, but, I'm going to go Dak Prescott this week. And Dak was fine. He scored 20 points. And Jalen Hurts had, I don't even know, 5 turnovers. Like, Jesus, he was terrible. So credit to me for benching old Jalen Hurts. Thank you very much. I didn't have to eat that in the starting lineup, thank God. Now let's go to our guy, J-Boy here. Tyrod Taylor, Brady Cook, rookie. Justin Fields should have been cut 2 weeks ago, especially with the recent action. I mean, it would be bizarre if Justin Fields started this week. I mean, could you imagine? Oh, dear God. What a whirlwind of, I guess if Woody Johnson lambasted Justin Fields and he started that same week, I guess anything's possible, so we can't rule it out. But I do hope the Jets make the apt choice of going to Brady Cook. I was trying to read the tea leaves. I listened to the Aaron Glenn press conference yesterday, in case you guys missed it. He didn't give an update on Tyrod. He didn't give an update on Justin Fields. And he didn't tell us whether Brady Cook was starting. But he said what he would like is to know whoever the starting quarterback is by Wednesday, because then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday are practice days, and whoever the quarterback is would get the full team reps. That's most important for Brady Cook as someone who has never gotten first team reps. Justin has obviously had him. He was the starter for most of the season. Tyrod has gotten a ton because he became the starter. So I think it'd be most beneficial, obviously, to Brady to get those opportunities. So hopefully he's the guy. But yeah, there is a weird world where Justin Fields potentially starts on Sunday, and that's disgusting. Yes. Taylor Sterling. Fields is a solid backup. I think there is something to be said about the profile of what Justin Fields could be a solid backup. He doesn't ruffle feathers for the most part, outside of whatever this bullshit is about Wildcat. He normally doesn't ruffle feathers, never says anything that bothers anybody. He just does his job and just shuts up and doesn't do anything. And he has his mobility factor, which as a backup, I imagine would be intriguing because let's say you have Fernando, who we talked about, and he's your starter, and then he's out and you bring Justin in. Whoa, Justin is so different than Fernando or a lot of the quarterbacks in the league that it's a surprise factor and that could help you. In theory, that makes sense. But it just feels like Justin seems pretty disinterested in playing quarterback for the New York Jets based on the commentary we've seen at the press conferences. All right. I see we have some memberships flowing in, baby. Here we go. Our number one Austrian Jet fan getting into the mix. You love to see it. Make it rain, baby. More get gifted on this program. We hear a special video package.
Kevin James.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
Well said, Kevin James. Well said. That is now 10 raffle tickets for our guy, our number one Austrian Jet fan. I'll update that on the banner here in just a moment. Let's read the 5 new members to the Boy Green Coffee Club. Shout out to our guy, our number one Austrian Jet fan here, baby. And again, make sure you guys like the video. We just surged over 8,200 subscribers. So a big shout out to all you guys in the audience. That is so friggin' cool. And, man, every milestone is getting more and more impressive. By the way, our YouTube poll, make sure you guys vote on that on YouTube here right before I read these 5 new members. Do you want Tyrod Taylor to return in 2025 as a bridge or backup quarterback for the Jets? Yes, definitely, or no, too injury prone. Make sure you guys vote on that YouTube poll throughout the show. We'll continue to reference it. So keep that in mind. All right, the 5 new members to Boy Green Coffee Club are as follows: Donald Wallace, Italian Stallion, Aaron Gertz, Furniture Guy, and Drew Sherrill. You guys are all now members to Boy Green Coffee Club. What Austrian just provided you is a 1-month free trial of the Boy Green Coffee Club. That is our YouTube membership group. You guys will get a loyalty badge next to your name, access to our custom emojis that are available, and a 1-month trial run of our Discord. To remain a member of our Discord, you have to be an active YouTube member, which, again, is only $2.99 a month. And you guys will get first dibs on our live events that are coming up. And our big live event that's coming up will be our 2026 tailgate. And, again, you guys will get that information before the general public. So keep that in mind. Shout out to our number 1 Austrian Jet fan, baby. Alrighty. And, by the way, another perk of either purchasing a Boy Green Coffee Club membership yourself, or by getting it or gifting it out to others, you guys get a raffle ticket to our monthly giveaway here on the channel. So make sure you take full advantage of that. And I will be showing you guys what is up for grabs coming up this month. Let's do it. And just wanted to update the banner there for our number 1 Austrian Jet fan. All right, let's show you guys on the screen real quick. And I got some other items that are slightly off camera here that we've added to the pile as well for not only this month, but other months here in the near future. So make sure you guys are getting jiggy with it. Make sure you guys are getting jiggy with it. Okay, here's our crown jewel, part of this month's raffle. It's a True Jet 74, old Nick Mangold right there. Beard, locks, aviators, backwards hat. Nick Mangold, an absolute legend, one of the best New York Jets of all time. If you guys win our December raffle, which again, you just have to spend $3 per raffle ticket. No limit on raffle tickets. So if you, Austrian just gifted 5 memberships. That's 5 raffle tickets. You guys can gift 10, 15, 20, 25, 100. You can gift as many as you want. Obviously, the more raffle tickets you have, that increases your chances of winning these prizes. We do our raffle giveaways on the 1st of every new month. So January 1st, we'll give away this and the other items associated with the raffle. And then on January 1st, we'll immediately announce, okay, here's our next raffle prize. So you guys can keep rolling on the train. There he is, the wonderful Nick Mangold, which, again, 100% of those proceeds, which I bought the shirt from, go to the National Kidney Foundation. So they make you feel pretty good. Also, last month's prize, Cole Young, that went out in the mail this week. Cole Young with the Marty Lyons autograph jersey, autograph hat. Again, shout out to our buddy Carl, who donated the hat to that Marty Lyons prize. I should have just drove it to Cole. He lives in Rochester, about a couple hours away from me, so I should have just dropped it off to him in person. But that will be shipping off to old Cole Young this week. So, Cole, I can't wait to see you in the jersey, or you're hanging it up, or whatever the hell you're doing with that thing. Taylor Sterling, 5 interceptions in 1 game versus 1 interception all season. Yeah, Jalen Hurts imploded last night, and that led to some people reaching out to me. Frankie and a few others were like, man, look at these random-ass interceptions happening in this game. How the hell did the Jets still not have one? Folks, I don't freaking know. Now we've got 4 games left in the season. It's at Jacksonville, at New Orleans, home for New England, and then at Buffalo. Those are the final 4 games of the season for the New York Jets. Are they going to get a pick? I no longer feel confident anymore. I kept saying, no, guys, it's going to happen. Guys, it's going to happen. But as we continue to run out of time, I'm like, oh, is this going to happen? Because if it didn't happen against Tua, who is captain, Tua turned the ball over. He leads the league in picks, or led the league heading into this past week. Like, if he didn't do it then, when the hell are the Jets going to get that interception? So, boy. Let's go to our boy NY Jets fandom. Get rid of all the meaningless players. Justin Fields, Lizard, Clemens. I know I'm missing a few. I agree with the overall sentiment. Whether getting rid of them in the offseason, but also for the final 4 games of the season. For instance, with all due respect, again, if you say that, you could say anything after that. Dem's just the rules. I don't want to see Allen Lazard catch another pass this season. We're out of the playoffs officially for the 15th year in a row. Al Lazard sure as shit is not going to be here next year. So why see him get anything else? I'm just not interested. For those reasons, I'm out. Shark Tank's not. No, thank you. I'd rather that go to Arian Smith. I'd rather that go to John Mechie III, if he could catch it. I'd rather that go to Adonai Mitchell, if he could catch it. I'd rather go to Mason Taylor. I'd rather go to a younger guy that's going to be on the team next year, so hopefully can build some momentum. So again, I don't know if we're going to outright just cut a bunch of these guys, but I would just say in a general sense, I do agree. Not just for the prognosticated future, but for this season, let's try to build some things for next year. That's what I would like to see personally. Now, will we see it? I guess we'll find out. We've got a super chat shout out here from our number one Austrian Jet fan. Let's hear from my daughter, Zariah Luna.
Wow.
Excellent question. Our number one Austrian Jet fan who's been a member for 15 months. I know I've been teasing you guys literally for months. Hey, BG is the new merch store online now. Unfortunately not. We were hoping that we would get it up this Sunday. Quite frankly, I was hoping we'd get it up before the season, but we've run into several issues with the merch store. And for those who do not know what I'm referencing, basically, I'm working on a brand new Boy Green merch store. I just have heard too many complaints about the third party I have used in the past for the Boy Green coffee clubs and shirts. And some people have been just fine. They ordered it and got their stuff, but there's been too many discrepancies. So I am working with a family member, actually. So someone that I know to try to improve on that shop and make it more something I can trust. So when you guys order something, the quality is good. The shipping isn't 3 years later, like that you're getting legitimate stuff. So at this point, it is still not. I was hoping to surprise you guys on Sunday morning with Booyah! Merch shop open. But unfortunately, we're not there yet. So hopefully I have news before the season's over. But Austrian, thank you for asking. Thank you guys for thinking about it. I have been working on it like crazy behind the scenes, so I do hope. My goal, though, is to do, when this merch shop does inevitably open before I'm dead, the merch store is going to be simple to start. We're going to have a few items, a mug, a shirt, a hat, maybe a few different options for colors of shirts and this and that and the other, and then just see how it goes. And if you guys love it and love the new merch and it blows up, all right, well, we'll start expanding it. But I don't want to bite off more than I can chew. We'll see how you guys respond. I've been seeing, the designs of the new merch, and I'm like, ooh, that's a step up. Ooh, that's different. Oh, that's this. So I hope you guys really enjoy it. Hopefully that is to come sooner rather than later. But I really appreciate you asking, Austrian. We have been working on that behind the scenes. Look at that. Our boy Ryan McCarthy, baby, just gifted a 10-pack of Boy Green Coffee Club memberships. Good Lord, have mercy. Every time 5 memberships or more are gifted, you know what happens.
Who wanna fly with them? Yeah!
There you go, baby. Ryan McCarthy, you now have 10 members, 10 raffle tickets, to the Boy Green Coffee Club. We'll read those 10 new members in a second. You were tied with DNY for life, our number one Austrian Jets fan. You guys are killing it, baby. That's what I'm talking about. All right, here's the 10 new members to the Boy Green Coffee Club. Let's take a gander here with what we have available. Shout out to Ryan here on the program. All right, and then I see we have super chats. We'll get to those here in just a second. These 10 new members went to Bino 6588, Ricard Trey, okay, Mark Reese, Boba Jet, Sir Manseer, Gabriel Munskar, Late Night 5994, Ernie 703, Mr. Rec Rashawn, Rich D. 3531. You guys are all now members to the gosh darn Boy Green Coffee Club. Shout out, tip your waiter. Ryan McCarthy is the one that gifted those wonderful memberships. Ryan, of course, has 10 raffle tickets toward our contest, baby. Hey! All right, let's go to another super chat coming through. Our guy Lou B, Super Jets fan, baby. We had a nice little panel discussion yesterday, highlighted by our guy Lou B.
Wow.
All right, I would rather microwave nails than have Jesus. I would rather have it microwave nails than have Justin Fields come back. Lots of vets having drama lately. We need to leave no stone unturned. I have faith in GM. First off, Luby, appreciate the $5 super chat. And with your previous super chat combinations, you now have 2 raffle tickets for our raffle this month. I'll update the banner here shortly. But Luby, I would say this. To me, there's just been too much extracurricular activity here on the Justin Fields thing. The Jets came out strong and said, we're going to let him play quarterback. We're going to develop. We're going to do all this stuff. And he's the guy. Just kidding. He's not. And then Justin Fields, quite frankly, just from a performance standpoint, he had 4 games this season where he had fewer than 60 passing yards. So Justin Fields didn't perform well. He's not really, in terms of the quarterback fan relationship, okay, the mixed feelings about playing Wildcat did him no favors, and quite frankly, I think burned a lot of bridges. Now, not everyone's burned. I know Taylor Sterling is still a big Justin Fields fan in our audience, but it burned the relationship with a lot of fans saying, oh, wow, okay. You said 2 weeks ago you're willing to do whatever for the team, and now it seems like you're not willing to do whatever for the team. So that relationship sort of got soured in a lot of respects. So, yeah, there's just too much drama. Like a backup quarterback, I want no drama. I just want him to do his job. That's it. Point blank. We don't want to hear from the backup quarterback. We just want the backup quarterback to serve in the backup quarterback role. Hopefully he's been a good mentor or whatever to a younger guy in front of him. It doesn't always work out that way, but I don't want to be reading headlines about my backup quarterback. I think that's a pretty simple request. And unfortunately, we've had plenty. The Woody Johnson stuff, the mixed feeling stuff, it's just crying in his closet. I mean, we have read more storylines about a backup quarterback than ever. Now, in fairness, some of those storylines came when he was a starter, but still, it's just been a disaster. The Justin Fields thing, I liked it in the moment. Go back to the tape, folks. You will see me championing the Justin Fields move and getting excited and elated. I got a Justin Fields jersey with all my other dead quarterback NYJ graveyard of quarterbacks over there, so he is added to the list, but there's just been too much hoopla, quite frankly. I just, no thanks. I'm ready to give a different person a spin on the carousel. I am. Marcus Mariota has not played for the Jets before, so all right, why not? If that's a guy or it's somebody else, and like I said, we'll go through a lot of different options, but yeah, I'm good. I'm good on Justin. Now, again, we might see Justin before the end of the season, which is crazy to think about. I thought for sure he was done. But with all the injuries this week and the way Aaron Glenn was talking, I really hope that we have seen the last of Justin Fields. With all due respect, hopefully he's going to get another job. He's going to get another job out there. Mr. Fulton says he has a big announcement today, so we'll be opening up the phone line shortly. I can't wait because we're going to try to get some I'm going to have some questions for our buddy, Mr. Fulton, for sure. Let's see. Let's get to some questions here. Yo, Holmes. BG took one offhand comment and ran like the wind with it. I get it. Writers got to write about something. I don't know how that's a one offhand comment, though. But you, Yo Holmes, and Taylor Sterling have made it seem like Rich Cimini made it up or gave he only gave what you guys have seemed to suggest is he only gave a half of answer what Justin Fields said to try to make him look bad. And I don't understand. Mixed feelings is a direct quote. That is that doesn't require a lot of interpretation. He had mixed feelings about doing the position in any form or fashion. To me, what motivation does Rich Cimini have of turning the fans against Justin Fields? What does that do for Rich Cimini? I don't understand the motivations of what that would do. I just don't get it. So, no, I'm not sure how one offhand comment. Then what did we do with Zach Wilson when he said it was the wind or he didn't take credit for it? Was that one offhand comment that we blew up? Or is that someone saying something we're like, wow? And then there's consequences for things you say. It happened with Zach Wilson. It happened to Justin Fields. I don't think this is one offhand comment that's, going out of the realm here. I don't see it that way. All right, let's do this. Let's see, to catch up. So shout out to all the memberships being gifted so far. Number one Austin Jet fan, Ryan McCarthy, Lou B, Super Jets fan. Appreciate you guys coming through. Let's do this. We're going to open up the phone lines. Like I said, we will be back for Boy Green Meets Woody today at 3 o'clock. I'm not going anywhere right now. We've got a show to do here, but we'll play a quick half timeout, and your phone calls next here on Boy Green Daily.
1, 2, 3. Whoa! Boy Green, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Talking Jets football, man. Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. The New York Jets Football Club. Offense, defense, special teams, watch Jets football with Boy Green. Everyone,
J-E-T-S, Jets.
Boy Green, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Talking Jets football, man. Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Offense, defense, special teams, watch Jets football with Boy Green.
J-E-T-S, Jets.
Let's go!
What is going on, everybody? I am your host, Paul Eston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. If you're new here, this is Boy Green Daily. We do a daily New York Jets video show talking about news, rumors, mock drafts, analysis, all over the place. And this show will evolve based on the commentary that it hits us in the social media streets. I work for Heavy.com. I cover the New York Jets, writing articles every day about the team, again, in that same form or fashion, writing about the games, news like injury report and trades, transactions, mock drafts, things that just sort of pop up in my mind that I find interesting and compelling. Like this morning, one of the pieces I wrote this morning was apparently the Chiefs are getting lit up on ESPN because they didn't trade for Breece Hall. And so I got to write a piece about that. Again, it still seems here, everything works out for a reason, or whatever you want to believe with your gods that you believe in. I think, sometimes the best move you make is the one you don't, right? So the Chiefs, to recap that one real quick, right? Chiefs were willing to give it before. Jets wanted a third. Chiefs weren't going to move. Jets weren't going to move. Trade doesn't happen. The Chiefs in 2022, I believe I wrote in the piece, they traded a third and a sixth for Kadarius Toney. But they won't trade a third for Breece Hall? Okay. I'll tell you this. If I was in the Chiefs position, I have Patrick friggin' Mahomes. I've gone to 7 straight AFC championship games. I've gone to 6 of the last 7 Super Bowls, and I've won 3 of them. I'm doing everything in my power. I got Patrick freaking Mahomes. So third-round pick, who gives a shit about a third-round pick? Is that going to increase his chances of maybe winning the Super Bowl? Okay. I don't give a shit about these picks. Great. Sure. Jets, you want a third? You bet. I would have made the move. Chiefs didn't make the move. So now they're on the outside of the playoffs looking in. Who knows what could have, should have, would have happened if you went the other way. Keep that in mind. All right, we got 300 people in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe, baby, here on the channel. Appreciate everybody that's tuning into the program. 100 of our 300, that is 33%, are watching on YouTube, which we appreciate. Thank you guys so much. Now, real quick, we only have 43 likes on YouTube, but over 100 people in the room. Come on now, hit that like button. All right, let's go to the phone lines. Let's kick it off with Mr. Famous Fulton joining us here on the show.
Good morning, Paul. How are you this morning?
Top of the morning to you, good sir. What's on your mind?
Well, I got some big news. I'll be at the Radiothon this Saturday on WIBC.
Wow.
So I'll be performing at 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, if you guys all want to listen to it.
Wow. Well, first off, Mr. Famous Fulton. Oh, my goodness gracious. Wow. It's exciting news, my friend. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's my new original Christmas song I wrote. So it's a surprise song for everyone for the radio. If you want, you guys could donate for Radiothon. We need the money for the new building and everything, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
All right, excellent. Well, Mr. Famous Fulton, before you go, we've had a few requests from the audience. We haven't heard from you in a couple of days. Are you in a position to be on camera, Mr. Famous Fulton?
Yes, I am.
Okay, great.
I've been super busy lately.
Sure. I mean,
I just haven't-
obviously, you're Mr. Famous Fulton, for God's
Yes.
sakes. Of course. You don't have time for us little people, our great
Yeah,
unwatched. Of
yeah,
course you don't,
exactly,
for God's sakes.
exactly.
I mean, yeah, no problem. So, Mr. Famous Fulton, can you do one of two
Yes.
things for us? First off,
Yes.
we would like, we only remember it by memory, so we'd love to, have this performance sort of immortalized if you could. Can you give us your lines for one Mr. Lockwood? Would that be possible, Mr. Famous
Sure.
Fulton? Well, before
Sure.
you, let me go full screen here and give you an opportunity.
Yeah.
Make sure I'll allow you a chance here to get into full character, please. Yes,
All
go
right.
ahead.
Oh, it's the Lockwood. How are you, Mr. Lockwood? First of all, anything I can do for you? And you, young lady, you sure are a lucky lady. Good night, Mr. Lockwood.
Oh, absolutely terrific. Now, Mr. Famous Fulton, if you would,
Yes.
humor us here, would you also be willing to give us a little bit of your Singing in the Rain? Would that be possible?
Sure, I would love to. They made a joke for me on the Christmas concert, and they were saying, we saw Fulton, the famous Fulton,
Yeah.
on stage with Don Lockwood getting slashed, and they said, we made a joke out of you, so.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay. Sure. So yeah, please.
Okay. I'm singing in the bed, just singing in the bed. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. I'm laughing at clouds so dark up above. The sun's in my heart, and I'm ready for love. Let the stormy clouds chase everyone from their place. Come on with the rain, I've got a smile on my face. I'll walk down the lane with a happy refrain, just singing in the rain.
Wow, thank you for gracing us with that. We appreciate that, Mr. Famous Fulton. Again, you're obviously very busy with your time, and we're always asking you for autographs and things of that nature. So appreciate it when you can, sort of tip the cap. That's very nice, sir.
Yes, I'll send you a Christmas card in the mail for you, the famous Fulton will.
Oh, yeah, please do. Thank you so much, Mr. Famous Fulton. Congratulations, and hopefully
Thank
you can raise
you.
a lot of money there.
And I just got to get ready for my physical therapy. I've been having problems lately, so they said at the physical therapy, I've got to do some like stretching and everything, like 4 weeks and everything to go, and doing basketball this year. So,
oh, great.
Yep, just keeping myself busy and being famous all the time.
Well, there you go. Well, Mr. Famous Fulton, you have a great day, buddy, and hopefully
And
you
I
heal
will
up.
send you guys the link for iHeartRadio for WIBC 93.1.
Excellent. We're looking forward to it. There he is, Mr. Famous Fulton. Good Lord, have mercy. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. We'll go to Mr. Lockwood here.
Hello, Mr. Famous Fulton. You have my full support on this matter. And I'm looking forward to all the good work and the charities and the singing. I really appreciate all that stuff.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Lockwood. Beautiful. Excellent.
Okay. And just a little bee in your bonnet. Perhaps Joe Flacco for 10 games.
Why not? You know what? Beggars can't be choosers. So, okay, Mr. Lockwood, a little Joe Flacco action. Why not for a reunion? Thank you, Mr. Lockwood. There he is. Wow, Mr. Lockwood. Oh, we're having a lot of celebrities here on the show. I don't know who has the unfortunate pleasure of trying to follow that up, but let's go to it. No one better. Kyle Clifton.
I think this fan base could use some immersion in American culture. So,
That's
like some genre films, some musicals.
Yeah. If
And
you have
there's
any
not-
suggestions, let us know. Yeah.
nothing better than Singing in the Rain. So
Yeah, there you
that
go.
was teed up by Mr. Fulton there.
Yeah. Beautiful.
So I think that there's something to be said for the 3 quarterback approach.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that anyone we're going to bring in should be pressed to start right away.
Probably not. Right. You're rookie. You're talking about, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And but I'm not opposed to re-signing Tyrod.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to re-sign him at that same money.
Yeah.
Luckily,
Right.
I don't know if there are too many teams that would want him at this stage at that money.
Mm-hmm.
So a slight cut might be in order.
For sure.
And then I think you look to trade for a vet, and you kind of say, listen, this is the story. We're looking for a starter for X amount of games at the start of the season,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's a way for you to audition for the rest of the league.
Yeah.
And they throw it open, right? But
Mhm.
ultimately, we're going to try and play this kid,
Yeah.
and you see if that works.
Yeah.
Because I have no interest in throwing in Fernando Mendoza or Dante Moore or
Yeah.
whoever it might be in the
Right.
deep end from game one. I think that to have them sit for a month or month and a half, 2 months would be immeasurably helpful.
Do you have someone on your bingo card for this trade potential situation?
Well, I think Alan had mentioned McKee, but he thinks it's less likely now after last night.
I don't know if that's true, but Jalen, or they're pot committed to that bastard for $250 million or God knows whatever it is. So I don't think Tanner McKee in his last year is someone they want to hold on just in case. But maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that there are people out there, if we were to give it a little bit of scrutiny, it's just a matter of what it would take,
Right.
to bring them in. I think Joe Flacco might be on his way to the retirement home.
Yeah.
Just I mean, I don't know if he still. I guess he still loves it this year, but I
It
mean,
must. I guess the money at least. I mean,
but I mean, after being traded and stuff like that, it's got to be tough at his age.
right.
So that's something to keep in mind. It probably won't go down that way because things are so fluid in this league.
Yeah.
But that's something to keep in mind. Like ordinarily, I'd be reticent to carry 3 quarterbacks, but in
Yes.
our situation, it might be something that is applicable.
And
Thanks for your
speaking of
time.
quarterbacks, real quick, Kyle, come on.
Yeah.
So the Jets own the Colts' first round pick over the next 2 years. Daniel Jones, as we talked about yesterday, is out for the season. What I did not know is post Boy Green Daily in the morning, Shane Steichen comes out, confirms the Daniel Jones news, and says Riley Leonard, who got the action in relief of Daniel Jones in the Jaguars game, he's hurt, and he's week to week. So if they stuck with the quarterbacks on their team, it's former Jet Brett Rippon of God knows is he's going to be the guy. And then we hear the news last night, 44-year-old Philip Rivers' birthday was yesterday. He's a grandpa, for God's sakes. He is getting a workout today to be in the Colts facility. What in the name of everything that's holy? In 2025, where the Jets pick in the first round could come down to Brett Rippon, former Jets quarterback, or 44-year-old Philip Rivers. What does this mean? What do you think? Oh my God.
Yeah, I saw that Rivers news. My wife was laughing at it. You don't see too many grandfathers playing in the NFL, but he was a very talented player in his prime, but his prime was a good long time ago now. So, I understand that they're looking for competency to make that final playoff push. But it does make sense that since he hasn't played in a bit to see if he's interested in playing, to bring him along first on the practice squad for a week or two, and then maybe insert him.
Does this help or hurt us, do you think, for the pick immediately?
I don't think that there's I think it's negligible.
Okay.
I don't think there's an impact one way or another. I mean, there's no guarantee he's going to come back.
That's true, right? They're just sort of right. He could. Who was? Oh, the Lions, right? Frank Ragnow. They're like, sweet, he's back, and we're like, woo, crazy. And they're like, shit, he's out of shape. He had a hurt hamstring, so the whole retirement tour got canceled. Philip could come shove to the facility like, Jesus, good Lord. Obviously,
I mean, you said it yourself, right? He's got other concerns. He's got a big family. He's got grandkids now. It resets his Hall of Fame clock, right?
It does. Yes, that was confirmed last night.
And
Yeah.
that is a whole other earning avenue for these
Yeah.
guys post career.
Of
So
course.
that's something that probably enters the decisioning. So I'll talk to you soon, BG.
Thank you, Kyle, for joining us here on the show. Yes, and that's exactly where I was going to go. So I appreciate Kyle leading us in that direction. Fascinating. I am a big NFL historian fan, and I care. And the Hall of Fame. I'm a nerd for the Hall of Fame, so it was an absolute pleasure. Still, one of the bucket list items I've ever done is going to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Got to see Darrelle Revis get inducted, and of course, Joe Klecko, which again is something I'll cherish for the rest of my life. So I love the Hall of Fame. So fascinating, right? Let me pull him up. Steve Weish. He's a longtime NFL Network employee and a longtime contributor to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Here it is. I'll put this up on your screen here in just a moment from the old Twitter, because, while I'm sure this isn't on the forefront of everyone's mind for a potential Philip Rivers comeback, but it was in my mind like, wait a second, what does that mean for Philip Rivers' Hall of Fame candidacy? For those who don't know, after you retire officially, you have to wait 5 years after you retire to be eligible for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Not everyone is first ballot, so you don't always get in on the first attempt, or some people never get in, obviously. But you have to wait 5 years on a modern era ballot. So Philip Rivers last played in 2020, 5 years ago. So he was, and I'll throw it up here. Let me make sure I put this up. He was one of 26 semifinalists for the class of 2026, which again is going to be announced here in a handful of months. Fascinating here. So if Philip Rivers is on the active roster for the Colts, the Hall of Fame eligibility clock will reset, according to Steve Weish, who, again, a longtime NFL Network employee. Okay, interesting. Now, if he only gets signed to the practice squad, it does not reset, because that's what I would imagine the Colts would do. If they work out Philip Rivers today, which they are, and he looks good enough to sign, they're going to sign him to the practice squad. All the new rules in practice squad land, you can sign someone who's 44, you can sign someone that's 10 years old. It doesn't matter. You can sign them at any age. The age does not matter. You can only have a limited amount of those players where the age doesn't matter, but you do have spots on the roster where you can. So if he signs to the practice squad, which is what would happen if they like what they see, they're going to let him get into football shape. Again, there's only 4 games left in the regular season for the Colts, so they'd hope that this process that I'm explaining happens very quickly, but they would sign him to the practice squad. Hopefully he learns both the playbook and gets into shape very quickly, if he's not already. And then at that point, they would sign him to the active roster. If and when that happens, his Hall of Fame clock would reset. So if he just stays on the practice squad forever and they never go to him, then he could still be elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame coming up here in 2026. I don't know that old Philip Rivers here is a first ballot Hall of Famer, with all due respect. Never got to that Super Bowl. The closest he ever got was an AFC Championship game where he played through, I believe it was a torn ACL is what he played through in that Patriots AFC Championship game. Hey, I'm going to remember those Chargers teams forever. Some of the most talented football teams that have ever been constructed. We're talking about Bob Sanders, Antonio Cromartie, Sean Merriman, Vincent Jackson, God rest his soul, Darren Sproles, LaDainian Tomlinson. I mean, the players were just incredible on those Chargers teams. It's a shame that they weren't able to win a Super Bowl with that very, very, very talented group, both offensively and defensively. Chris Chambers, another one. Shout out to Chris Chambers. I haven't thought or said the word or name Chris Chambers in a long time. So shout out to that group as well. So yeah, something to watch. Which again, the Jets control the Colts first round pick, 2026, 2027. The fact of the matter is that I can't believe that in 2025, Philip Rivers' potential play could affect where the Jets pick in the first round. Brett Rippon, former Jets quarterback, could affect where the Jets pick in the first round. What in the name of everything that's holy? The NFL, man, they always keep things interesting, that's for sure. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Right. Appreciate that. Yes, Mr. Famous Fulton, I did receive your iHeart link here. We'll share this in the YouTube chat. I'll do that right now for you, Mr. Famous Fulton. So thank you very much. Let's drop this in on YouTube. This is from Mr. Famous Fulton, everybody. There it is. I'll put this in the YouTube comment section. It is now live there. You guys can click and check that out. Feel free to do so. All right, we'll be on for a few more minutes here. Let me answer some more of your questions. But yes, it is for real. Philip Rivers is actually a grandpa, believe it or not. As a matter of fact, his oldest child is almost as old as Riley Leonard, who is the quarterback that would have gotten the opportunity if he was healthy. So, yeah, there's a lot of crazy Philip Rivers nuggets. The starting center, Tanner Bertolini for the Colts, it was born like 2002. Rivers' youngest child, or oldest, I'm an idiot. His oldest child was born like a month later. So, like, it's just wild. Philip Rivers is an absolute legend. The sidearm delivery. No, he was not a Tar Heel. NC State, for those asking. NC State. He was part of the Wolfpack. For those asking on Philip Rivers, he was part of those NC State teams. Yes, but no, I mean the sidearm delivery. The God dang it. I can't say it properly. I've been out of South Carolina for too long. I can't get quite that southern drawl I'm looking for. His style, the trash talk. I will always hold Philip Rivers. I hated that guy, but loved to hate. Like it was anytime I played the Jets and talk shit, I was like, that bastard. But yes. Jets Pro says Rivers was a Wolfpack, if that is even grammatically correct. That I'm not sure. Was he in the Wolfpack? He was of the Wolfpack. That I'm uncertain. But nonetheless, yes, he was part of NC State. Interesting. Fox Sports Talk. What's more surprising, Rivers being a grandfather or players on a college team fighting for the national championship having 2 kids? That's a good point. Although in college now, you could be there for 7-8 years. So you could be 25 years old, 26 years old. So, but I guess anything's possible nowadays. So I'm not sure. But yeah, 44-year-old grandpa. I mean, I don't know. How old am I? 32. Yeah, my children aren't going to be having kids. So yeah, he beat me on the grandfather train, I guess. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. It's your lovely Badshaw here on the program. What's up, Badshaw?
What's going on, Paul? You having a good morning?
I am, and I'm so sorry, Badshaw. I know me and you were competing for that final playoff spot in the Quad Cities League. I'm sorry I had to backdoor my way in there, but appreciate that.
Oh, anything I can do to help you out,
What a guy. You're the best.
Yeah, looks like the beard's it's working its way back.
Yeah, it is growing pretty quick. I don't know if people can see it, but I could grab it now. So that's a plus. We'll see. A lot of people, though, first off, I got a lot of people saying, wow, you look like Badshaw now. I'm like, wow, that's a great compliment. Thank you very much. It's a handsome guy out there in the street, so I appreciate that. And a lot of people say I should keep it. My fiance says absolutely not. As soon as that thing could grow back, blessed be he. But I've gotten a lot of compliments on it, so that's nice.
Well, good deal. So on Sunday, I watched the game. I didn't get to tune in to the post game.
Right.
We were getting ready for a Home Alone watch party.
Oh,
and
nice.
So
okay.
I didn't get to catch the post show. So
yeah,
I was kind of curious what your take on Brady Cook was.
Yeah, I would say he's a tough son of a bitch. I give him a lot of credit. He got sacked 6 times, but he was hit even more than that. So there was a toughness there. At a certain point in the game, he gave you know what, fuck it. This may be my only shot ever thrown in an NFL game. I'm going to start throwing it around the barnyard here. And I sort of liked him sort of having that mentality because we don't know. I mean, I hope he's going to get more opportunities in these final 4 games because Tyrod's hurt and Justin's hurt. So I'd rather see Brady Cook than those guys. So I hope we keep seeing him. Now, he threw some dumbass interceptions. I mean, the first one was egregious. The second one, I give him a little bit more lean towards it's the end of the game and he's just fucking around. And oh my God, his teammates didn't help him. 6 drops by Jets receivers. Yeah. And the worst one was that John mentioned the 3rd touchdown. Beautiful route design, fake motion, psych, 180-degree flip back out, and it confused the defense. The Dolphins defense. I said, oh, perfect. Pats the ball twice, fires it right in John Mechie's hands. He's going to moonwalk into the end zone, drop them. Like, oh, Jesus, dude. So, like, what I want to see from Jets teammates is I want to see them elevating Brady Cook. I want them to try to make not even normal plays. I hope they make normal plays as they should, but they should make extracurricular, extraordinary plays to help out Brady Cook and say, hey, man, I got you, buddy. But they were fucking up the most basic of plays with these drops. Adonai Mitchell, Mason Taylor, John Mechie III. I mean, 6 drops. That came from all different parts of that offense. So that to me was incredibly disappointing. But yeah, I mean, I don't think he's going to the Hall of Fame with that performance. But for a guy that never had a first team rep before and said, hey, learn some NFL, buddy, and get shoved out there, I thought he fared pretty well, quite frankly.
Well, and, something I'm frustrated about was that game. I feel like regardless, and you may disagree and be like, well, once Tyrod was out, the game was over. But I'm like, I felt like I don't know, I just felt like we should have played better regardless of Brady Cook at quarterback or Tyrod. I mean, I just felt like, it just, and then there was a few times they panned over to, I can't think of our, Steve Wilkes, our defensive coordinator, and he didn't look like a big old dipshit. And so I'm like, I don't know. There was a lot of things from that. But now, so it's Brady Cook. So my buddy came down this weekend. They're from St. Louis. And his wife texted me after they left Sunday and said, hey, y'all's quarterback, I trained his sister in high school in basketball.
Wow.
And so I was like, well, I guess he actually is from the Missouri area, so that was kind of cool. But I know he played at Mizzou, so
correct.
I'm guessing he went to school. I'm guessing they went to school around the St. Louis area, so that's kind of
correct. You actually, I have this stuff in front of me. He was born in St. Louis, Missouri, so there you have it. He went to school at, and I'm going to butcher the shit out of this, so apologies to our Missouri Boy Green Daily listeners, but Chaminade College Preparatory School is where he went to high school. That's an independent Catholic school out there in Creve Coeur, a city located in St. Louis County, somewhere there in Missouri.
Holy shit. I wasn't even thinking about this, but my dad's team probably beat the shit out of him.
That's awesome.
My dad coaches in Missouri, and
nice.
So my dad's probably slapped his ass around then, because they get these little private schools to play them, and they just beat the tar out of them. So anyway, that's interesting. I'm about to call my dad after I get off
Yeah, please, and hopefully he's got some good Brady Cook stories. You can share them later in the week. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, what you said was it at Chaminade?
Yeah. So the high school he went to is called Chaminade. It's spelled Chaminade. It's a college preparatory school. It's an independent Catholic school that's there. And it's in the city of, and again, I'm definitely butchering this name pronunciation, but it's a Creve Coeur. Creve, Creveceur. I have no idea. That's apparently a city located in St. Louis County, and that's where the high school is located. So yeah, that's where he played. Yeah.
Okay. Well, and I bet Troy Sturgis, he's from Missouri. I bet he's probably.
Oh yeah, he probably knows where all this is. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So well, anyway, that's a little fun fact for the day.
Thank you.
Well. Anyway, Paul, I'll get off here, but I appreciate you talking to me today, man.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you, Badshaw, for joining us here on the program. Badshaw, one of the best, baby. Thank you so much for calling in. I think one of the coolest things, and it hits me all the time, is that, I'm doing this random YouTube show from Oswego, New York. None of you know for the most part, let me not generalize. We've got some local listeners of the show, and there's some of you that have Oswego ties. I saw that on a recent YouTube video. Oh, man, my sister went to SUNY Oswego. Oh, my brother, my father, my sister, my cousin, my nephew. So I see it every once in a while, and that's cool. But for the most part, I'm in random part of New York, and I'm doing a YouTube show on the Jets every day. Again, whether no one listens, 1,000 people listen, I do it every day. I do it this show. And it's just so cool to see. We have Badshaw calling in from a part of the country. We have Uncle Indy calling in from North Carolina. We've got, Badshaw calling in from Arkansas. We got people calling in from Canada. We got people calling in from Indiana, out there in Indianapolis with our guy, Mr. Famous Fulton. We have shout out to Shad, our buddy out in California. We got people listening to this show all over the place. It's just so cool. And Woody in North Carolina. We've got Ricky in Florida. We've got people all over the place. Down there, Alon There you go in Texas. He said I broadcasted a game at Oswego. There you go. Salute to Alon. Yeah, so it's a small world. Of course, Austrian. Yes, we got Austria. Our number one Austrian Jet fan, of course. So we just got people all over the place, and it's really cool that we get to all have this wonderful community where one day we're at each other's throats saying, "You're an idiot," and the other one we're like, "I love you." Okay. It's all over the place. I don't know why I get that Jerry Seinfeld thing every once in a while. Oh, my goodness. Can you guys believe this? This is unbelievable. I don't know where that comes from. I don't know all of a sudden why that pops up every once in a while. I guess, I did recently see pillar to post of full Seinfeld again to rewatch on Netflix. Shout out to Netflix there. But yes, we do have all kinds of people that are watching out there in the universe. We appreciate it. And again, that's what makes these tailgates pretty spectacular is having the opportunity to put all this together. Yes, as at Iowa Jets Lot D7, baby. Yeah, we're going to have to make sure that may have to be our new home, Iowa Jets. That may have to be our new home is picking D7. That may be it. That may be it. Yeah, we got somebody, Havmo, right there. Iowa representation. That's true. Havmo and his wonderful bride. That was awesome. So, yeah, we'll see. But, guys, stay tuned. We'll give you guys updates as soon as we have them. Again, we will know the opponents for the Jets at the end of the season, basically who they will all play in 2026. We won't know exactly when they play them until May, but we're going to try to have everything set up ahead of time. The Jets will ask me some opponents we're thinking about. So we'll be having some communication over Discord and other places of that nature to make sure that we have all our bells and whistles together for that as well. Well, first off, everybody, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of Boy Green Daily. Again, we will be back. We got Boy Green Meets Woody coming up at 3 o'clock today. The top questions the New York Jets need to answer before the Jacksonville Jaguars game. That'll be coming up live at 3 o'clock, baby. There you go. Look, we got Deshaun in here saying, I'm in Albany. I know where you're at. I know where you're at in upstate, brother. There we go. We got people all over the place and appreciate it. Cole Young's in Rochester, as I just found that when I was shipping off his prize winning. So we got people all over the place, which is awesome. I appreciate you guys taking in the show again. Yesterday, we surged over 8,200 subscribers on YouTube, which, again, to me is insane. I pinch myself every day that I see the family that we've been able to grow. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so. That is youtube.com/boygreen25 for all the giveaways and everything else to be a big part of it. That is the way to consume the program. So hit that subscribe button. We're trying to make a chase to 10,000 subscribers. We're under 1,800 away, and every day we get a little bit closer. So make sure you guys do that. The free way to contribute is by liking that video. Fun show, everybody. Thanks for the phone calls and everything else. And as everyone says, I see what you guys want. I'm a man of the people, and we will end with one song and one song only, and that is Fernando. But I will also let you know, again, our audio-only listeners, you will not be affected with what I'm about to say. The people that rewatch YouTube later will be affected. You are not going to hear what this is because YouTube strikes down on this, but I will do it for the people that are watching live on the program. We will play the Fernando Mendoza song, but YouTube and all their copyright comes striking down on the show shortly after the program, and they will remove it. So while we still can, here it is, folks. Enjoy your day. We'll see you back at 3 o'clock, but enjoy this sweet-ass tune as you're wrapping up Boy Green Daily. On your way out, make sure you guys hit that like button on YouTube. God bless.